Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. It is now time for our scheduled stream of Fate Extra, the Umbral Star. We will be finishing up Altera's storyline today. You're using Hello Talk? What do you think of it? Hello, everyone. There's gotta be a better fucking codecast I can use. Those all sucked. That should do. I think I did a whole battle with her in that, so let's switch it up. They really did what? So this is what she was working on earlier. Well, it's much nicer than the old cage, so I can't complain. Yes, my cat is always meowing. And now he's playing in the background. Sweet dreams, huh? What does that mean to her exactly? She's only had one sweet dream as far as I know. And it seems to have been the happiest experience of her life, so she's wishing me that same happiness tonight. Elizabeth and Hero Altera said the same thing about her being an apocalyptic death machine. Man, you guys can laugh at me all you want there. But is that really true? I know that Hero Altera and Titan Altera are different in some ways. But there's a certain calmness to both of them, so why would she continue to serve the Umbral Star? Just before I fall asleep, a sense of uncertainty fills my chest. She's going easier on me now, but is that some kind of error in her programming? I got tongue-tied. This is basically like my live recordings for lore videos. You can hear all the outtakes and bloopers, but I can't really correct them here. Yay! On the one hand, it's nicer to have my own room, but preferably not that one. Really, it's more like, I'm definitely getting curious. It may be too late to ask, but I wonder why she made that cage in the first place. Why is the Emiya of Fate Extra named Nameless? That is a good question. Namely because in the Extra timeline, when he signed himself up to be the Guardian, the Counter Guardian, in this case for the Moon Cell, he decided to get rid of his old past. So it's basically like Emiya, but he has no recollection of him ever being Shiro Emiya.
しでも力を込めればすぐに消えてしまう。そんなあなたを前にして私はどう振る舞ったらいいのかちっともわからなくて、それで檻を作ったのです。大切にしまってしまえば。
That has to be the most crowded ass cave for her ever. I don't think she can ever stand up, so those legs must be like cramped. Oh, so that's why. Her words aren't very clear, but I understand. That cage wasn't made to lock me away, but to protect me from her.
これまでの時間でだんだん加減は分かってきたつもりです。もううっかりあなたを壊したりしません。あなたはただ一人の私のマスターですから。
Well, that settles that. I may have pressed her harder than I had to. It makes sense when you think about it. Altera knows how it feels to be locked in a cage. Someone like her wouldn't lock someone else up out of malice. Gomenasai!
え、どうして謝るのですか?
The Moon Cell automaton still can make contracts with specific heroic spirits and things. Like, I believe Artoria in this, and Gilga and Jean. All the people that Altera recruits are supposed to be just kind of like counter guardians of the Moon Cell in this case, to protect Seraph.
その必要はありません。檻から出たとしても、いつまでもあなたは私のマスターのままなのですから。
By the way, about the servant we're up against, Castor. I wonder what Altera thinks of her. She's a regalia wielder, obviously, and she wanted to negotiate. She'd say that she and Altera share the same husband. It's a shame negotiations broke down.
キャスターについてですか?
Yeah, the long and short of it is Emio is like, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna become this fighter here, but I don't want any connection to my past. He has no reason to think, oh, my other self. I need to kill him because I regret what I do now. Like, you don't have that whole Unlimited Blade Works fiasco here. Huh, you think so? It gets awesome, then boring, then awesome. Fate Apocalypse? Is that different than Fate Apocrypha? Now she's quiet. What's wrong? I didn't think that question would bother her like this. No, I don't think Emiya could ever recreate the Chains of Heaven and Kidu. I'm doing a gigantic lore video. In this case, it's going to be a series of videos covering the lore of Fate Apocrypha. Because, unlike some people, I really like both the anime, but especially the details added in the light novel. It's going to serve as the basis for which I will then make individual servant lores for the entire Apocrypha cast. Yes. What did she say just now?
正しくあなたと契約していた存在、私と同じように巨大な存在の端末のような個体でありながらあなたと寄り添っていた人、そんなの私一言では言い切れません。
Is she jealous? The way she's expressing herself and carrying herself right now. I'm not very familiar with emotions or signals, but I think this just might be what jealousy looks like. Are you jealous?
そんなことはありません。ないはずありません。
I know next to nothing about Melt Lilith. I will admit that now.
その類の感情を発生させた経験はありません。ありませんから。ありません。良いですね。私のマスター。
I pissed her off enough. Let's go. Oh man, she has a lot of battle stages. Wow. This is gonna take fucking forever if I don't go through it a little more quickly. Well, I don't know. I think that was a problem because they made Karna to be extremely OP to the point where who could beat him? Legitimately, as a heroic spirit, Karna is almost undefeatable. The only way to do it is to get him to use his Noble Phantasm and have it not kill you. But within the lore, it's because, you know, Astolfo whipped out Achilles' shield, which was indeed capable enough of surviving Karna's attack. Ow! There you are, you little son of a bitch. So, I caught up to the newer episodes of Fate Extra Last Encore, and I gotta say, it's getting better. It's getting a little better. At least as far as explaining what the hell it is you're even looking at. Why does Karna always lose to plot armor? I'm trying to think of the first time he ever lost to plot armor. Unless you mean, like, the curses that he invoked during his life. Well, it's true. I guess Karna's entire death was rigged from the get-go, which is depressing. Basically, the gods are like, yeah, except we want your faction to lose, so it's inevitable that we're not going to help you out, even though it was cruel to put that curse on you in the first place. So they've been releasing more trailers of, what is it? Fate Extella Link, which look really cool. The graphics are definitely improved. Not by a shit ton, though. And they're doing something weird to their faces. Their faces look a little weird. I saw the Artoria trailer recently that someone put on our Discord. I'm coming. I'm coming to kill you. Hold your horses. Still, the best reason to watch Fate Extra Last Encore is almost exclusively to bear witness to all the Umu fan service, because it is all over the place. Because I certainly don't like the protagonist. Hakuno, the main character, they made him OP, but he has no personality. People complain about Sieg from Fate Apocrypha, but at least he has motivation, being a homunculus, being used as batteries for mana to power the Black Faction's servants, and him wanting to save his buddies. Oh, I completed the Matrix? Cool. Oh, speaking of Karna. I feel like they tricked us, because Shiro Kotomine, they named him that way just to fuck with your head. You know, obviously, he has nothing to do with Emiya. Yeah, they did it as an opportunity to build up extra drama. Be like, ta-da! This is who this guy really is! His name just happened to be Shiro. Who cares about our forces now that I can enter the portal? The portwortle. Well, his name is Amakusa Shiro Tokisada. That is the Japanese dude during the Edo period. And, yeah, he is a Shiro face. That's hilarious. But, he was eventually taken in and raised by, not really raised, but looked after by Rise Kotomine, Kirei's daddy. So that's why he inherits the name Shiro Kotomine.
ご主人様は目をそらさない。理解しようと努め、手を伸ばすことでしょう。この私の時のように。これ以上は申しません。ですから、これが最後の呼びかけ。
So they are releasing a Shining Resonance Refrain. The Shining series is amazing because it's all illustrated by one of my favorite artists, Tony Taka. He's a great arrow artist. He does everything else. Trying to think. That's pretty much his biggest call to fame is the Shining series as far as conventional stuff goes. But the games are based around his art style. In Shining Resonance, we haven't had a Shining game in the series for like over 10 years or some nonsense, which is bullshit. Because that's when they started making all the really cool games with all the greatest waifu. So they're finally localizing one of the games that it's being remastered to PS4 from the PS3. Shining Resonance Refrain. I am definitely going to be buying that one. Her eyes, the color of the sun, stare at me. For that moment, she ignores Altera entirely. I can feel just how precious Sarah Ezekiah is to that caster. How much she meant every word she said. As much as I appreciate that, I can't go with her. Not that I want to destroy the world, but I'll never stop being her master. No. Between stuff like Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, we've also got Ni no Kuni 2 coming out next month. It's kind of hard for me to decide on all the stuff that I want to play or whether I should just buckle down and do more regular videos. I'm still playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Just doing all the endgame stuff, beating extra bosses and the like. I'm as happy as she is. Whoever I was before, they chose the right servant. Tamamo no Mae. That's her true name. It fits her so perfectly. You could call this harem wars, really. All of my various concubines are pissed at each other. And fighting each other over me. What? Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet is really fun. I don't know what you're talking about. How is Poppy doing? About the same as before. No time for noble phantasms. Damn, that killed her quick. Then again, I'm... Whoa, look at that. Tamamo already had her whole happy ending, kind of, in her arc. I finally failed a mission from Artoria. I'm so sorry. It's only so I can get through this as quickly as possible and show off the wonderful story. Well, I think a lot of the Sword Art Online games are awful. I don't like them personally. Like, okay, so they're not awful, but they're just extremely not compelling and really boring. But Fatal Bullet's been kind of addicting. It does genuinely feel a little bit like Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is never a bad thing. And it's fun to get the different outfits, and it's a healthy challenge. It's actually a pretty fun shooter. A shooter with more RPG influence, of course, but yeah. Oh no! You killed the fox, you son of a bitch! It had to happen, I guess. At the very instant when that tricolored sword strikes Caster down, A sound almost escapes me. A scream. A cry. No! A great sense of loss overwhelms my entire being. Caster, Tamamo no Mae. To Sarah Ezekiah, she was irreplaceable. I thought I had nothing left within me, but the weight of her loss is pushing down into my chest. I tell her myself I didn't make her decisions, or Altera's.
Tamashii no master yo. 第二のレガリアの中で統合の時を待つがいい。
No! Poor Vader lost his waifu. Well, he did, didn't he? Fuck. He lost his wife. Her words are so calm and quiet, though it's mostly his fault. It's hard to imagine the magnificent battle that just took place. A killing machine, the embodiment of destruction, the truth of those words, hits home. But I know she's also more than that. When the other Sarah Ezekiah fell together, she understood what it meant. One day, we might fall like that. In fact, I imagine it's almost certain. But even with that, now, I found someone who'd lived all alone for 14 millennia. I wanted to do something about it. Just to confirm for myself that this empty vessel, with no memories or experience, had a heart of a true human.
第二のレガリア。正確には分割されたレガリアの破片か。
Who is the best Fate protagonist? Well, I wouldn't give it to the FGO one. I wouldn't give it to Hakuno or any of those silent protags, personally.
お前の状態も安定している。今はまだこのままでいい。見えるか？
Shiro is a pretty damn good Fate protagonist because, again, he represents the aspect of someone who has no fucking clue what they're doing in the Grail War. But for that prologue, the 1 hour anime as well as the prologue to the visual novel, where you get to be Reen, or play from her perspective, that, I think, could make one, like, we need to see more Reen as Master, as protag. I guess Kiritsugu counts, but he was mean to Saber. I don't like him.
第三のレガリアを手にする頃には月のすべてが優勢の領域となるだろう。あのキャスターともう一人のお前が残したものでもある。残るものはある。そう思う程度は私にも許されるかな。
Those words stick out to me. Survive. Which things, if any, does she want to spare? Or am I misunderstanding her?
ああ、お前には話しておこう。もうじき、この私は維持できなくなる。セラフの侵食が進み、統合されたレガリアを完全に破壊すれば、未明領域の闇が明ける。
Thank you, Eric Corbin. That said, Kiritsugu is very interesting. He's just not my favorite. I like him. He's a wonderful protag. But when it comes to favorites, it's all completely subjective.
こうして私がサーバントとして行動する必要もない。石室の私はもう夢を見る必要もなくなる。
I don't think Kiritsugu cheats. He's just he's being very tactical. He does things that other people wouldn't expect him to do. Although he is a douchebag to Kenneth Archibald. I don't really understand what she's saying. I assume the arc, or tier, of the stars is that space vessel that came from the Umbral star and pierced the moon. Somehow, it apparently exists in both physical and digital form. So I don't have all the details straight, but by no longer needing to dream, does she mean the Titan in the cave will be set free?
いいや、違う。未明領域がなくなれば、私は停止する。夢を見ない状態というのは、つまりそういうことだ。
I think that would be a wonderful idea for some writers. It doesn't have to be Nasu himself. In fact, I might prefer it not be. But for somebody within Type Moon or affiliated thereof to do written works or anime or whatever the hell describing Artoria's existence through Camelot, because that covers so many other servants all in one, as well as Emiya's exploits after any of the routes, I suppose. But namely the one that results in Heroic Spirit Emiya. I had no idea. Maybe there's something I still don't understand here. But this sounds so unfair. Altera wants to be free. She said so in the cavern, I'm sure of it. The dead no longer dream. So what? You fought all this way and laid hands on Castor just to bring her own death sooner? I knows that. But as far as his mercenary work, like you just said, that said, I'm still waiting for some animated version of the Rialta Nua last episode where Shiro and Saber meet up in Avalon. I want to see it. I want to see it animated. Even though the original art is already beautiful as fuck. She just says that. It doesn't sound like she doesn't want to face the problem. Or it sounds like she doesn't want to face the problem. Well, maybe not. But what did she mean about rest assured? And turning to stone? What exactly is reassuring about that? Maybe Altera wants to ignore this whole problem, but I don't. Dying can't possibly be what the Altera in the cavern dreams about. You're sick? You're sick as well? Ari-chan's getting a little better. Actually, a lot better. I can't believe she got sick like 3 times in a row and I haven't. Not once. I asked her to tell me the truth, without hiding anything. Yeah. Yes, the whole story. I want her to tell me how she really feels about everything that's happened to her. I won't move until she tells me. There's nothing she can do to make me budge, not even crush me. She said she was empty, but I'm pretty sure I have her beat there. I tell her not to worry about burdening me with her troubles. This body's got room for them. Please, I tell her, I want to know everything about you. About how you spent all those years alone. I think it's just fevers coming through. Just colds and the like.
攻略の役には立つかもしれないけれど、あなたの望むようなものはないと思う。でも話します。私の過ごした14000年、優勢から落とされて文明を滅ぼして千と数百年前の地上に一人のアッティラとして生きた夢の話、あなたに話します。
Her story basically matches the dream I saw. Her dream, her memories. But there's one major difference. Altera talks about what she saw, what she felt. Loneliness, emptiness, inspiration, the guilt of all the lives she destroyed. And then, one single wish was born deep within her heart. A wish to leave something behind. The wish blossomed like a life being born, like a civilization being built, but with no one to share it, with no hope of ever coming true. Her wish languished alone. She didn't wish for it on the Umbral star, or on the Holy Grail, but on the darkness of the cavern for 14,000 years. That is so boring. What a long time. And the darkness answered only with silence, for an incomprehensibly long time. There she was, in a dream she couldn't wake from, sinking further and further. I can't even imagine how lonely and sad that must have been. There was no God to save her, no Holy Grail, no one. But still, she continued to wish and wish. I thought Muramasa was a servant in FGO, at least in the Japanese part. But I know there are plenty of experts here who know more about that than I. Hey! Yes, you were Attila the Hun.
まずは優勢の先兵としての記憶ですね。私は優勢で生まれたものです。対文明、対世界。兵器としての私を言い表すなら、そんな経験。
Well, you all go ahead and answer that question about the servants, because mine is obviously Artoria. And Moedrid.
生態の文明を世界を破壊する。でも
Obviously, her most prominent role was as a weapon of mass destruction. But what was she like before she became one? So she's made up of aliens! Pretty much. That surprises me. In a way, she's the last survivor of an alien race. Or maybe several. Does that mean I made first contact? Score! The thought that comes after shock, but on another level, it feels natural. It's like, perhaps you would like to probe me? Yes? Maybe? No? Oh. Maybe because we've been through so many battles together, and I still feel like I'm already used to her. She really is a stranger in a strange land, even after all this time. And here I am in the middle of that. Close to what might be the end of her journey, she ends up meeting me. I wonder what that says for both of us.
14000年前、兵器として形作られた。いえ、目覚めた私は優勢のかけらとともにここへやってきました。優勢は地生態の文明を発見すると緩やかにランデブーコースに入ります。地球の人々にとってその軌道は天を裂くほうき星に見えたでしょう。優勢は太陽系に到達し、地球を眺めるように迂回しながらそのかけらを落としました。それが私とこの石室です。私のかけらは月の裏側に刺さり、ムーンセル内部に侵入。物理的に排除不可能な状態にしてからムーンセル内部の光子ネットワークに接触。セラフ内部に優勢の領地を獲得した。そしてあとは以前に語った通りです。私はこの石室で
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, Muramasa was a pseudo-servant. That's what we call it, or a demi-servant. More like a demi-servant, I guess, because it's a heroic spirit soul in the body of a vessel. It would be weird. I think I would like to personally see one of the worlds that the Umbral Star destroyed and exactly how it did so and how it works. And of course, in hopefully more iterations of Extra, they'll tell us exactly where the Umbral Star fucking came from or why it's doing that. Let's get down to business. Actually, no, you don't defeat Altera. Altera defeat you. I believe we know jack shit about Shiro's parents. Attila, that's the name of the leader who founded one of Earth's greatest empires. A descendant of the Xiongnu. I probably butchered that. She was the ruler and war chief of the Huns. In the 5th century, she conquered a vast stretch of land from West Asia to Russia, Eastern Europe, and Gaul. I'd like to know more about how she and Altera tie together. Yes, Attila the Hun is a girl. We're basically staring at her. While she was sleeping on the Umbral Star, she kind of manifested down on Earth for a little while as Attila the Hun. They were the remnants of her, and while she was waiting those 14,000 years, stuck inside the moon cell, she dreamed as Attila the Hun. I've never heard about that prototype 666 stuff. A backup. Sounds kind of like a heroic spirit's core in a way. Then that was... Oh, I know about the number 666, but as it having anything to do with the Holy Grail wars and all that jazz. All I know is that the beasts were normally the reason why the Throne of Heroes existed. It's to summon heroes down to counteract the beasts that were born from mankind's inner darkness. And the reason they built the Grail War in the first place was to try and get back the Einsburns, well, because the Einsburns wanted to get back the true magic that they forgot. Or lost, otherwise.
スケールこそ違えど、暴力によって他の文明を蹂躙する存在です。けれど違いました。多くの点で私たちは異なっていたけど、最大のそれは目的があったこと。アッティラは憤怒の長として同族の繁栄のために破壊を繰り返しました。でも人の視点で語るなら醜い行いとして分類されます。そうですよね。
You killed many people. But almost every damn heroic spirit did as well. To harm others for your own benefit. Humans would call that pure evil. Pretty much every heroic spirit, from their own perspective, is doing the right thing. To eradicate others by the thousands, just to seize what they built for yourself.
では、この私は破壊のための破壊、目的のない破壊こそが私の行動原理。
Umu is beautiful.
そこには意義など何も。
She ain't weakling. No, no. Unless you're talking exclusively FGO stats. I can understand where she's coming from. There's no motive, no self-interest behind what she does, and I don't think there's any malice behind it either. She thinks of herself like a natural disaster, or at least that's how she prefers to see it. She was a force of nature with no free will or ill intent. That's her truth. Yeah, but most of the time Artoria does not have Avalon. She doesn't have it in extra. She doesn't have it for most of Fate Zero. The only time she ever does have it is that one fight with Gilga. Yeah, being in the Berserker class sucks. You'd have mad enhancement, you wouldn't be able to articulate your thoughts very well. That's why it's funny to play the Lubu extra story in this. Another conversation? Come on now. Tell me about your sword. The Sword of Mars. I don't understand that. If needed, she could be a beast. Because I know she's strong enough to be it or whatever, and she's certainly vengeful and wrathful enough, but... yeah. Right. Ares was his Greek name, and Mars was his Roman name, if I remember correctly.
その因子が組み込まれているから。
So Attila the Hun in the Fate universe could literally wield the Sword of Mars as well, which is nuts.
こんなことを口にするのはそれこそ罰当たりなのでしょうけど、あの剣を手に入れたことで私は私になった。大切なものなんです。ありがとうございます。そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。
Yes, I like your sword. Hello, Li Xuan. Does that mean we haven't defeated Umu yet? I thought we had. I thought it was always defeat Umu then Caster, but I guess I was wrong. You okay, puppy? You okay, Karna? What's that? So, a puppy belch? You want the complimentary Corgi vids? You're the first person who said that, actually. Maybe the Corgi videos or something I could put on Discord. I'm coming, Li Xuan. I'm trying, anyway. Who's that? Oh, hey, Amiya. Sorry, I'm not here for you right now. I'm going for Li Xuan. The older videos on my channel at the very end have what I call complimentary corgi videos, which are just videos of my dog being cute, my cat being cute. Wait a second. Oh, Li Xuan warped somewhere else? Jesus. I'm gonna have to go kill Emiya. You are correct in your desire to assist Umu, but you shall end here. Wait, what? A fan service clip of Yoko and Nia? You mean like one that wasn't officially in the movie? To be fair, I'm playing this at a really high level. Like, my characters are higher level than the enemies I'm fighting, so... But that's just for the sake of expedience, I say. Got a lot of content to cover in a little bit of time. Or, not really a little, but... I still have to get back to writing my Lore of Fate Apocrypha. I'm almost at the point where I can record the audio. There's no way I'm going to stop Emiya from doing that invasion up there. Or it's not invasion, that's the plant. Okay, yeah, it was just a plant. I'll go stop it before it grabs another one. This is like my least favorite room on this map, because you have to... Li Xuan, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna kill you! Yeah, almost all of my older videos had corgi clips at the end of them. She is an adorable corgi. She's a corgi mix, but she is adorable nonetheless. In fact, almost more so. Because she's like a little athletic corgi. She's got a little bit longer legs. She's a bit more athletic. And she's got a tail. That was cool to see the Altera animation in slow-mo. One of the things I hope they do for Fate Extella Link is have some of the characters be at least arguably a little more useful. Where the hell is the... Where is he? Is he up here? Oh no, you're all the way down here. Son of a bitch. Yeah, because right now I don't feel like characters like Iskandar or anyone else on my team are actually doing jack shit to help me win this fight. There's no strategy, you can't command them anywhere. Whereas Hyrule Warriors lets you... Well, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, which I think is even better, definitely allows you to... send certain troops to certain areas and they'd actually fight and you'd have to rescue them, and you had more involvement with your party rather than these arbitrary fighting against plant things. It's okay. Let me see here. Altera explained her past as Attila of the Hun. We killed the Mekong, which is awful. And now we're working on, I guess, killing the Umu. I'm very excited to play the other Persona dancing games. Those are going to be a blast. Stop it, you son of a bitch. You're poisoning me, you bastard. That said, in general, Fate Extella is a much better Musou game than the Dynasty Warriors franchise. You actually have to worry about going to other bases and taking them before they get taken. There's hardly any sense of stakes in the other Dynasty Warriors games. It's depressing. Ow! Ow! Oh, there you are. I used to love the Dynasty Warriors games, but now the reasons I actually play them are for character customization. Basically, I only care about the Empires spin-offs at this point. I'm sick and tired of hearing the same story again and again and again, with new designs for the characters, but they're still the same characters. And even in terms of those Empires games, they're going downhill. But Marvelous makes good Musou games, because these are the guys who made the Senran Kagura series. And while they're not as graphically powerful, I guess, as Tecmo Koei, ow! Ah! Oh wait, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, the gameplay in Senran Kagura, as far as Musou games go, is a lot more fluid and exciting. Burninating Kuchelen! And getting an upskirt while we're at it. Today is a good day. I suppose that's true. Though I still think they give enough love to all the characters in every release. I'm getting a little sick of the fact that they're reusing the same assets for each iteration now. Even the games on the Switch, they're remastering one of the older Senran Kaguras with the newer... But they've, ever since Senran Kagura Estival Versus, it's been the same character models. They've been asset flipping quite badly, but they do have a consistent graphical style that works for them. I really like Peach Beach Splash. In theory, I find it more fun than Estival Versus, as far as at least being competitive, but they did some very weird things with the design of that game that made it not as much fun, considering they were going for the whole multiplayer shooting. Although I just found out they had, you know, global matchmaking, which I don't know if it was there before and I just never noticed or what. But now I can actually play against people. Problem is, those people are all like max level everything. And it's weird to have RPG elements in a competitive shooter. Oh, the Umu. As long as they've got Hikage in each game, I don't care. My animals are taking naps while I do this stream. It's wonderful. One of these days I need to make a OtakuDaiKun video talking about the Tsukihime anime. What on earth? Umu, you're behind a wall. Why? I want to look at you. Fail. 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 Umu's behind the wall. In awe, I witness her raging golden flames behind the wall. Her expression shows pure, unshakable confidence that I can't see. She knows beyond all doubt that she and her master are invincible. The deep crimson and golden heroic spirit, and there's a ring shining on her finger that I can't see because she's behind a fucking wall. That confirms it. She's the third regalia wielder. There we go. I don't know, I would like to see a proper adaptation of Tsukihime in anime. That would be great if Ufotable did that. But I would be even more ecstatic if they decided to do something like Mahotsukai no Yoru. I need to watch the first season of the Senran Kagura anime. I didn't know it got confirmed for a second. That's pretty cool. Well, she's definitely got that right. Her tan skin, white hair, and veil all reflect her beauty. But is this really the time to talk about that? For Umu it is. Umu must always acknowledge beautiful women. Part of the cutscene got obscured by a wall, and Umu was behind the wall so we couldn't see her in her glory. I think the FGO anime adaptations are pretty solid. The basically 3 OVA that exist of it right now, although one is a joke, like kind of 4-Koma style. I understand why Altera is at a loss for words, because I'm the same way. Because I see how natural she and her master are together. Saber and her Sera Ezekiya. How many battles have they overcome together? What kind of bond have they built over that time? However vain she might seem, her words and affections are genuine. In retrospect, Castor and the soul of Sera Ezekiya were exactly the same way. Those words leak from Altera's lips. Strange. Although I'm not sure if I have a physical form inside the ring, I feel a cold shiver run down my spine. Is she overwhelmed by the magnitude of their bond like I am? No. Or maybe... I don't know, but... Woohoo! That said, I'll admit that the spoiler OVA one, the one that happens after the first arc, I guess, of Grand Order, was presented very oddly. I'm not sure I'm a fan, though it might make more sense once I get to that point in the North American release. Everything in the path of her sword ceased to exist. It's as if the space itself was torn away. Although it doesn't invoke its true name, it's still an attack from the noble phantasm Photon Ray. She wasn't attacking anyone, a wizard or servant, but the world itself. This is Altera's true power. But at this point in time, I don't think anything in FGO has made it more interesting story-wise than Fate Stay Night to me. I think it comes down to a matter of the quality of presentation. This is not what we agreed to, Altera. Please curb your destructive impulses for just a bit. Olga's cute, though. Ta-da! Don't be pissed at me. She looks like an angry squirrel right there. Angry squirrel is angry at squirrel. I remind her we made a promise. If the opponent wanted to talk, then she would answer in kind. I can't say why she's so angry, but now's the time to calm down. Settle down, Beavis. No! No way! No! Hello. Edmund Dantes, I believe, right? I don't really know in history who the hell that is yet. Is the Avenger class significant as far as stats and stuff in FGO? Because I have no idea. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna scold you, master. It looks like they used the regalia to evade that second attack. She might be listening now, but it's clear Altera intended to kill them with that. Does she regret losing her temper? What should I say to her? I try to think of something, but the words don't come to me. Maybe I'm just stunned. I've just witnessed how destructive and possessive she can be. It's hard to say anything after that. Ah. Are there any Avenger waifu? Hey, Gilga. Why the long face, mongrel? King of Heroes. It was a surprise to see him here the first time, but this time I'm more used to it. I still don't think he should be squatting on someone else's throne, but I'm not going to be the one to tell him that. After all, he does kind of look like he belongs there. My ass is fit for all seats worthy of me. Oh, Jean Alter's an Avenger? Good to know.
界の化身の傍らに立っているのだとようやく理解したようだな。この本陣を見てみよう。あれは姿を消している。
I like him. I like him a lot. I think the line that he first delivers in Fate Zero sealed it for me. When he killed, or he thought anyway that he killed Hassan.
選択としては悪くない。少なくとも精神と魂を失う以前の貴様自身に近づく行為でもあるだろうよ。やれやれ。わしんでも治らんというやつか。今のは忘れよ。最後の余興だ。そうも貴様がここで逃げ出す女であれば俺が副官を名乗り出るなどありえんからな。
Didn't he become the second in command to help out Altera? When he puts it that way, it sounds like he took her side because of me.
ようなではない。事実だ。俺はアルテラメを助けているのではない。貴様のもがきようを楽しんでいるだけだぞ。俺が副官を買って出ているのはそれが娯楽の最前席だからなのだが、なんだ貴様分かっていなかったのか。
The King of Heroes' mood starts to sour. Oh, come on, dude, chill. He looks bored, actually. There he is, the King of Heroes, sitting and sulking.
まあよい。最後の分岐はすでに通り過ぎた。この先の運命をどう終えるかは貴様次第だ。ではな、せいぜい俺を飽きさせるなよ。
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard his other work, at least not that often. Catch you later, Gilga. Gilga Bunny. Oh, that's seriously how it happens? Gilles de Rais goes ahead and takes, was it the potion of youth or whatever from Gilgamesh? That's actually pretty ballsy to get his hands on that. Oh, you're just sad, Altera. I could try and give you a hug. I could, like, hug your finger. I see an unexpected sight. Altera is sitting there frozen, as if she suffered a major shock. Even when I approach, she doesn't respond at all, not even a glance. I can feel her tension, and it's like nothing I've ever felt before. Usually she smiles when she sees me. Not this time. The air in the room feels heavy, and ready to blow! But this isn't the time to hesitate. First, I'll need to call out to her. Oi! Oi! Altera! No reply. She's like a corpse. Well, even if she's turned to stone, metaphorically, she's still beautiful. And that does still make me happy. No, not now. Well, I have to figure something out, or this is just going to keep building up. If she won't recognize me through my voice, then the next thing to test is... touch it is! She seems to have a weakness for skin-to-skin contact. Last time it turned her into a puddle. Alright, here goes. This doesn't feel very safe. But even so, I've gotten this far by climbing in her veil. It's all up to Lady Luck from here. Alright, here we go. I'm going to blow on her as hard as I can. She's not a futa. What the fuck is going on? I guess for somebody who sits there in a cave without any stimulation all day long, to have that happen would be kinda weird. She looks confused. I start to tell her she was acting unusual. Very different from the way Hero Altera was acting outside. I ask if something happened while I was gone. Well, that surprised me too. But was Altera really so shocked by her own behavior? Bad, Altera, bad! I want food! Mom! Give me some meatloaf! Oh yeah? You think that's thrilling? I've seen some doujin that involve mini-girls. We could get creative. You and I. Oh, massage. Okay. We could deal with that. A few hours ago. Aw, you got tormented by the Liz. The Bathory's here to torture you, to taunt you. Wiggling, screaming jewelry. Do I have an official streaming schedule? I am trying to start one. Right now, I am only officially able to do one stream a week, unless I feel compelled or have a lot of free time. So I guess it's going to be every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, like this one is. I have this day off from work, and I guess it just works out nicely.
電脳体の3要素のうちの肉体でしかない以上、いずれ現在の意識や知性は消え失せる。それより前に精神と魂を確保し、肉体と統合させねばならない。レガリアを統合させることでだ。
コリスの電脳体はレガリア統合によって健全な電脳体に戻る。ええ、そうよね。レガリアさえきちんと統合すれば自動的にあいつの電脳体の3要素もくっつくと。でもね、
I don't have anything out right now to do conversions, but I know Google lets you do it pretty easily.
あなたもしかして分かってないんじゃない？
何が言いたい？私は。
I mean, what time is it for you right now?
あっそ、じゃあ教えてあげる。泣き出して暴れたりしないでね。レガリアを統合して電脳体を元に戻したら、今のあいつの意識も
Oh.
記憶も全部消えるわよ。
So Elizabeth is saying that Squirrel Girl is going to forget all of her memories once we get her all back together. That means she's going to forget the times that she and Altera had together.
本来肉体に意識なんて宿らないんだもん。
And for someone who dreams to leave something behind, she certainly doesn't want her bonds with people to get forgotten. 2033 here. Okay, so for me that's like 3, 4, I guess that makes it 1634 for me right now.
健全な状態の電脳体なんかにしたら真っ先に不安定部分から消し飛んじゃうわよ。当たり前じゃない。上書きされるんだもの。ここでの記録なんて綺麗さっぱり消えてなくなるわ。曖昧なあなたの夢とは違うの。
So you're 4 hours ahead of me, it would seem.
本物は一人だけ。
So that would see 7 o'clock p.m. for you, which would be 1900 hours?
あなたや私はいつもそれをはがみして眺めるしかないやられ役なのよ。
So for you, that would be 1900 hours, yeah. Prepizza de Madeira.
ねえ、わかる？あいつがあなたを怖がってないのは中身がないから。
Oh, she thinks she's gonna be afraid of you when she gets all her stuff back? No.
ほんの一時だけの気の迷いだから、こんな気味の悪いおままごとが成立したの。ね、そうでしょ？
I know nothing about the lore of Digimon.
あなたなんかが人間に愛されるはずがないでしょ？やっといい顔になった。これでようやく対等、ようやく同じになったわね、私たち。
Although I did put a vote out on my community tab as far as what times of day people liked the most, and this general time range was the one they preferred.
そうあってほしくないと思っていたけれど、そう、私の願いは叶わない。
Although there's a surprising lack of people watching today. It's kind of disappointing.
相手も物もいないのだから当然ですよね。
It was like 1,000 people who voted. They wanted to see me, like, out of 1,000 people, like 60% of them wanted to see me play this game, and now only 21 people are here actually watching it.
そうか。ここも外の私と同じ。
夢の中のお話だったのでしょうね。初めから分かりきっていたこと、私たちは。
What does Zelrech do? Well, he obtained... Fuck, I don't know which magic it was, but it was the magic that, basically allows him to tap into, you know, alternate realities and dimensions and all that jazz. So he has this jeweled sword, which draws power from multiple dimensions to attack. And Reen, Tosaka, later uses a projection of it to rescue Sakura in Heaven's Feel.
小さくはなれない。あの二人のようにはなれない。
Second magic, okay. That's correct. That makes sense because he's one of the first.
使命を果たさないと。ムーンセルを支配して地上の文明を速やかに破壊吸収する。それが私に与えられた役割、私の唯一の存在意義なのだから。
More chatting. So much chatting. Sometimes when Altera holds me in her hands, it feels like a really powerful massage, so much that I almost nod off this time. But just when I'm about to, I happen to remember something the Golden King of Heroes said. What did he mean exactly? Mongrel. Mock mongrel? He apparently calls everyone that, or at least without the mock part. But he specifically directed that mock at Altera. Why was that?
そうですね。簡単な説明だけで済ませてしまっていて、詳細にはお伝えしていませんでした。英霊としての私、石室の外で活動する私について。あれはやはり夢のようなものなのです。
When we get to 30k, I don't know. That sounds like what she said about it last time. I'd like to know more if she's willing to tell me.
あ、ごめんなさい。つい同じことを言ってしまいますね。私にとっての実感はどうしてもそれなものだから、つい。それでは改めて、ここにいる私は眠りません。あなたたちのようには、地上の生物のようには睡眠を得ません。あるとすれば、そう、自己診断機能を走らせている時などの一時的なスリープモードくらいのもの。正しく睡眠を得ることはないのです。だから夢というのもほんの少しだけ意味合いが変わるのですけど。
I wonder if she has something more like daydreams, things you see in your head while you're still awake.
私の夢としてある英霊の私。
Yeah, we could probably do a much better iteration of the Cards Against Humanity.
私にとって
That would be very fun.
私というのはこうありたい自分です。
But I'll have to try to, like, host it myself, because that wasn't working out too well. And for some reason, the audio is all messed up.
私にとって私というのは禁忌すべき自分です。もしくは戻らなければならない現実、別人というのではないのです。基本的には私たちは完全な同一人物。ただプログラムが違うだけ。
This is getting a little hard to follow, but I won't butt in right now. I'll just have to listen and keep focused.
私には私としての記憶はありますが、それはあくまでそういう体験をしたという知識でしか。
Digimon Digital Servants?
あなた方が眠りから覚めた時、こんな夢を見たと情報処理するのと同じことなのです。
I see. I think I can understand how that might feel, but I seem to remember Hero Altera talking about what goes on within the cavern.
それはもちろん英霊としての私は石室にいる私の言動を明確に把握しています。でも私は違います。英霊としての私が感じたこと、思ったこと、それらの全てを受け取ることは叶いません。構造的問題ですね。私は受信機能に少し問題があるんです。ゼロではないけど 100% でもない。ままならないといえばそうかもしれません。あ、そうなのでしょうか。確かにそうかもしれないですね。私は感じにくいのかも。それとも石室の外の私が感じやすいということ。
Another conversation. This is becoming Sword Art Online. Clarify. What am I clarifying? I don't mind, but I wonder why she's asking all of a sudden.
ありがとうございます。ではまず質問を行う前にあらかじめ言っておきます。これはあくまで優勢の先兵としての私の規定的行動です。効率的にセラフを侵食するためのものです。他には意図はありません。ありませんからね。
Sure, roger that. This is strictly professional research for the purpose of destroying the world. Maybe I shouldn't answer it then.
あなたに拒否権はないと思ってください。いいえ、そのように明確に覚悟なさい。では、尋ねます。
What?
どのように
Huh?
感じて、いえ、
Sure, recalibrate away.
あなたという知性は私たちの前に現れた新たな障害についてどのように感じているのか、あなたにとってのメインサーバント、本来のあなたが共に戦うべき存在について速やかに返答を、虚偽を述べることは許しません。
She's asking how I feel about Saber, right?
そうです。
I love the You cannot possibly compete against the though you are quite nice.
返答次第では私にはある程度まであなたに多大な苦痛をもたらす用意があります。
How extraordinary are we talking? Well, I see where she's going with this. I'll go ahead and answer. Oh, apparently that would have made her happy. To be honest, I still don't know. Our last negotiations ended before I could get a clear impression of her. I can't say that I feel anything in particular toward her, really.
そうですか。いいえ、十分な返答です。ありがとうございました。自分でもよくわからないのですが、でも今の返答で胸の異常、いえ、使えというのでしょうか。
Yay! Let's put you in your classic outfit and go to battle! Ikuruzo! Invade the Umbral Palace! Ah.
緊急通知。私の石室に断続的なハッキング。優勢の星船は魔術師風情には侵されない。
God damn it, Archimedes! Get away from my doorbell!
アルキメデスか。いい機会を狙ったものだ。私が未明領域を。
I thought he betrayed you guys from the get-go. No Game No Life is like the best isekai.
新王、未明領域中枢へハッキングが間もなく。
Oh god damn it, Archimedes. You little bitch. No, no, no game, no life. Can't wait for a season 2. I want this season 2 so bad. Jibril is nice in that movie, but she's evil. Like, I like her in the movie, but she's very bad. And she even tells you she's very bad. Fucking Gawain. I can do that. Oh shit, I gotta go quick. Oh, hello, Colin. Where the fuck is he? Oh. Oh shit. Hello, fiery Umu. I like she has this helmet and she's just like, fuck the helmet. Is she in the same room as me? Yes. Ow. Gawain is cute, but you hate him. Sorry, Colin, I'll be right back. Umu, bring it. Bring it, Umu. Shouldn't take you too long to come after me here. Blitzkrieg. Does that mean she's here now? Oh, yep. Yes, it does. Colin, where are you? Hello. Ow! Oh, I hate those fucking things. Jean's boomerang flash attack? I hope they make her better in that game. That was one of the things that I had an issue with. Gilgamesh is like, 1,000? 1,000, huh? You've killed many. Wait, is there a plant in? There is a plant in here. Shit. Oh wait, Umu's in here. Come on, Umu, leave me alone. I cannot hit this plant for the fucking life of me. Get back here. Umu, let me go. Hello, Stella. Alright, Umu, follow me here. Ooh. Bring it, Umu. I'm ready for you. Where is she? Where's the Umu? Where'd she go? Umu is here. Oh, where's Umu? Holy shit. Die! I guess that's not worth it. Where's the plant? Where's the plant? Where's the plant? There it is. Wait, you're telling me that Umu and Kinomoto Sakura are the same voice actress? That blows my fucking mind. Hey, stop poking me, you sons of bitches. Did I do it? Did I clear the sections? Yes, I did. Yee-hoo! So the hoe that's an Umu thing. Wow. 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 I'm impressed. Hey, Gawain. You son of a bitch. Where are you? Huh? Oh, there you are. Come to daddy. That reminds me, I have at least 2 more episodes of that to watch. Oh yeah? You think you're hot stuff, son boy? Oh, she is pissed. That son of a bitch. That's pretty good. Yeah. I made Gilgamesh happy at least. We have, but Umu's still alive.
Archimedes の気配も周囲には存在しない。適正プログラム群は残る大半が未明領域へと移動を開始したか。なるほど。つまり我が玉座への集団転移による。
Where's Pendragon? Artoria? She's in this game, but she is more of a side character.
電撃作戦か。お前は戦い慣れているのだな。シンクの皇帝。知人とガウェインをおとりとして。
Damn it, Gawain is like the worst bait you could imagine.
それはとて世界を救おうというのだ。この私を追い詰めるぐらいはしてみ。
I didn't say Altria. And if I did, I'm a sad, sad fool. Artoria, Pendragon.
だが、私はすぐにお前に追いつくぞ、セイバー。
なんだ、2機同時に呼び出すとは珍しいこともある。いよいよ総攻撃でも仕掛けるか。
Yep, let's go.
しかし、蹂躙しようにもこれではな。
そのようなものだ。どうやら相手が一枚上手だった。私は私の窮地を認めよう。故にお前たち2機の助力を求める。我が領土未明領域へと足を踏み入れた適正プログラムの全てを破壊せよ。一匹たりとも逃すな。
そりゃまあ構わんが。
あなたはどうされるのです、アルテラ。私たちと共に戦うという口ぶりではありませんね。
私は我が本陣へ転移する。
I don't know much about the Arabian Nights, the stories within.
では、あなたの言
言葉に従いましょう。
杖払いは任せよう。世と旗の聖女で敵軍の9割方は蹴散らしてくれる。マスターを奪われる前にさっさと行くがいい。残り1割は悪いがそっちで何とかしておけ。それと敵将の首もだ。せっかくの一騎打ちだ。
Huh? No, 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 no. Artoria Pendragon has been the official localization for the longest time until Fate Grand Order apparently decided to start calling her Altria, which is so dumb. Because Artoria, those are actual names. They actually tie into the legend. Altria is just made up Romanji. Dawn of the Crimson Rose. Yay, we just go straight to the next battle. I appreciate that. Yeah, you will never hear me acknowledging Altria intentionally. In fact, I'm worried with something like Fate Extella Link, whether they're gonna start going to that shit too, just because Aniplex started to. You can call her Saber! Exukariba girl! The third Praetor is with me. I am third Praetor right now. Just like how the stupid localization is literally calling Mashu mash. I'm like, that is not how you pronounce Japanese vowels. Even if you were to take out the sh part, it would just be mosh, not mash. Mash. Mush. Mush, mush. Female Sword King. As opposed to Female Sword Empress. I know. I know, Gilga. Oh boy. Oh boy. At least this is a small level. Hey, 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 hey! How long do you get to swing that stupid thing? Where are you? Open the door!
雑魚掃除は済んだか。では先へ進め。急げよ。いい知らせだ。喜ぶがいい。6分後、奴らは扉を開けるだろう。さすがに厳しいな。死ぬ気で走れ。
The only time it's appropriate to pronounce things in a foreign way besides Japanese is if the name itself is something that originates within, you know, another culture. Like the Japanese don't say skahach. They don't. Not at all. They say skasha or skatha in that regard. And that's how I was saying it for a little while until I've since switched again. So many enemies! Holy shit! Alright, I knew there was one more of you. There we go. Oh shit, I did choose the wrong one. Wait, no I didn't. Okay, good, I'm good. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Wait, no, I'm not. Huh? Huh? Eh? How do I get in there? I have to go all the way from the top? No? I always get lost here. Oh. Oh, there we go.
全てを私の足で埋め尽くす。
Well, Fergus is always asking for sex, but did he ever get it? Fergus. Yay! I got a poor tortle. Poor turtle. Yeah, Gilga, I know. I'm here to see you. Damn, they had this much time to do this shit? Oh, don't bring Family Guy into my Fate Wonders. I do not like that show. How did I get in there? I thought it was in the fucking ring. Umu, you've been a bad Umu. You've turned the squirrel into a damsel in distress. Who the hell do you think I am? You know, you guys are making it seem... You're making me very excited to do the lore of Fergus, though. I don't know if there's like an arc in FGO that he particularly features in, because I always need one of those to tell the tale.
自分の言葉を理解していないのは貴様の方だ、アルテラ。人は力に従うのではない。あ、いや、従う者もいるが、偉大なる征服王イスカンダル、聖女ジャンヌなんとか、そして悪趣味極まる黄金の男、あの3機は決して力には屈しない。かの者たちは優勢に従ったのではない、アルテラ。貴様に同じ英霊
We've got to save Altera from being a destructor. Because she's better than that.
戦う前に言っておきたかったのはそれだ。世が貴様と戦うのは優勢の先兵だからではない。
She's like Astro Girl here. What the hell, man?
命を競い合うに足る英霊であり、何より同じマスターをいただいたものとして、ここで
Or she's Iron Umu.
同じ英霊だと。同じマスターをいただいた私を仮初めの契約者だとそ知らないのか。お前のマスターを奪った。
Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is a very fun show. And it's getting a new season! Another season confirmed!
我が主は危なかしい八方美人ではあるが、ここ一番で間違った道は選ばないのだ。まこと、世もそわそわするぐらいにな。貴様を撃つのは世の敵だからではない。今の貴様は世界の敵だ。
Peter Pan. Why isn't Peter Pan a servant? You'd think like Neverland could just be some weird like reality marble or some shit.
いや、話通りのひどい暴君なんだな。
暴君ではない。今の話でなぜそんな結論になる。
This is Nero's form when she transforms with the regalia.
ナルトも誰であれ私の正面に立つことはない。私を止めたいのであれば逃げながら戦うほかない。だというのにお前は迷う素振りもなく向かってくる。滅びを回避するために戦いながら滅びそのものを否定しない。なぜそうできる。
なぜもない。世は滅びが嫌なのではない。醜いものが嫌いなだけだ。
So Umu and Altera are having a bond of sorts here.
美しい。悔しいが。
Umu, your body is better than Altera's.
世を上回り、その肉体は天性の黄金比とさえ言えよう。ま、それもすぐに世が追い抜くがな。それをもっと誇るがよい。アルテラ、我が素晴らしき好敵手よ。
We're rivals, we're rivals. Let us fight to the death as rivals. Oh, sorry. Propping my back up with a pillow. Ow. Ow.
話はここまでだ。私からお前に返す問いはない。私が与えるものは破壊だけだ。だが礼を言っておこう。美しいと言ったな。それは悪くない響きだった。
No one's called you beautiful? I guess that's because you've been killing them. But otherwise, you have every reason to be called beautiful.
その映画はここで終わりだ。
いいとも。自らのあり方さえ見失っている相手に貴様はいろいろと間違えて。
Discipline her. Yee-hoo! I like the way that sounds. Dun 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 dun. Come on now. I must fight the Umu. I charged up my noble phantasm just for this moment. I like the way she's standing. It's not like a combat pose. It's like like, centerfold pose. So, Anita Sarkeesian, oh my god, she made a video, I don't know how recently, because I don't always keep up with her feminist wiles, but she made a video saying, lingerie is not armor. I guess she would be very upset with a lot of fake characters. The time has come! Just hearing that pisses me off, though. It's like, oh my god, can you just please, for 1 second, stop and realize that this is fiction? The reason we have chicks in bikinis fighting battles is because it's fun. We know it's not realistic, duh. God, you think we're that stupid? It's kind of funny. She's one of those YouTubers who I don't watch their videos. I watch other people's videos that talk about her videos so that I can see them without having to give her the views. Not like... my reason for that is just because she friggin' gets rid of comments on every one of her videos. That's so wrong. She holds her sword high as she declares herself. Regardless of her history with the Umbral Star, she still looks like a proud, heroic spirit. I wonder which, in that moment, she considers herself to be. Maybe even she doesn't know. Maybe even she doesn't know. A smile is on her face, just like the one on Saber's. I can understand how Saber feels now, calling Altera her worthy rival. A sword is made to destroy. Simply touching one can strip away flesh. A solid swing can hack through the meat and bone. But even so, when I see these two heroic spirits, women who live by the sword, facing each other for the future of this place, the way they guard themselves from each other, not only their flesh, but their resolve, it's too beautiful. I mean, obviously, what Anita is trying to get at is that we look at a video game, we see a chick in skimpy clothes, like right now, we're staring at Umu's very interesting looking ass at this moment, and Altera, who's wearing next to nothing. People would say, oh, she looks like a stripper or a prostitute. How could I take Altera seriously as a warrior? Or whatever else she's supposed to be. But like, me looking at Altera here and enjoying a video game with Altera, regardless of whether I acknowledge her strong points as a character, as a warrior, as a destroyer, as whatever it is they're trying to develop her as, doesn't mean I'm gonna go into work the next day and like see a female coworker and just like go or something like that. That'd be bad. I hear the pain in Altera's voice. She lacks Saber's self-confidence. And if I did that, it's because I'm a douchebag who doesn't understand social conventions. That pierces my heart, empty as it might be. Oh, but Altera, at the very least, you're a complete being. More so than I am. Oh shit. The music played. I thought it was a cutscene. Oh, it just resumed the fight exactly as it was before. Well, I've never heard of that. Kill la Kill is one of my favorite anime. It's just pure fun, from the animation, the character designs. I don't know, I'm someone who, I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm the kind of person who literally looks at a sexualized outfit and actually thinks it looks cool. It's changed my aesthetic of what is aesthetically awesome or badass or whatever. It's like being obsessed that superheroes wear capes. It's like, I don't know, you just look at that and you think, that is awesome. Gets your blood boiling, gets you excited, pumps you up to do some cool action adventure-y type thing, who knows. Burninating all the umu. No! No! Well, the capes thing was just an example, of course. You incinerated the Uma. You don't even see her anymore. You don't see her nice little butt crack or anything else that she's proud of. The battle between the red and white sabers is over now. You're the winner, Altera. Your victory was perfect. The red saber is gone now, crushed, destroyed. Not even a fragment of her Spiritron energy remains. Everything that made up her digital body is gone. All that's left is the third piece of the regalia, there on the floor. A shock stabs my entire body. A sense of loss and despair. I try my hardest to hold back my tears, screams, and cries. Just like when I lost Castor. I just need to survive this as the body of Sarah is Ezekiah. This is how it has to be. This is the choice I've made. Blaming video games for violence is extremely stupid as well. The only argument you could possibly say that says, you know, playing video games makes someone more violent is that someone is extremely reclusive to the point where they don't know how to interact with people socially on a day-to-day basis. And I guess that's one thing, but you can do that in a number of different ways. And I don't even think there's any data to back up what I just said either. I'm probably not going to do the true route today. I really have to get working on my Fate lore video. My Apocrypha one. So far it's like 20 pages. My average Fate lore video is like 5 for a servant. But this is definitely going to be I'm assuming at least 3 videos to make up for the amount of time I've spent trying to research and work on it.
まさかの働きを見せてくれたベルバーのために今や貴様こそが真なるアンチする優勢の涙と呼ばれるにふさわしい存在だ胸を張るがいいオリジナルを超えたのだからな
Nasu's a jerk. I can say that. He gives us good things, but then he also tortures them, and yeah.
Archimedes. それがお前の本当の姿か?
Behold my shirtless form. You like my tattoo?
人類圏から外れたものだこの姿で貴様と会うのは初めてだったなまさにどうでもいい話だ
Oh no, you've got me? I'm sorry, Altera. While you and Saber were fighting, Archimedes snuck up and paralyzed me. What a bastard. Don't listen to him. I have a bad feeling. He's too dangerous. If you destroy the regalia, it'll end everything, including your one chance at freedom.
肉体に焼き付いた残りカスがおとなしく見ているがいい貴様には星と月の終わりを見せてやろう
Oh no.
動くなと言っただろうこの光の檻はマスターごときに破れるものじゃない無論霊樹の使用も控えろそのあたりも制限済みだからな
どういうつもりだアルキメデス私のマスターに手を出すか
You're still calling me a prisoner after all this time?
なぜそこで声を荒げる機械がそのような目をするものじゃないこれはそう保険のようなものだよ貴様は正しく役目を果たせ紆余曲折あったがようやくこの世界においてレガリアは元の形に戻る
Yeah, I know what you mean, and bringing her in and then having her die along with Umu. We'll find out why that was as time goes on, obviously. My guess is that, you know, female Hakuno and Umu went through the normal Grail War. No, because they still showed male Hakuno. What the hell was with female Hakuno at all? Hakunon. それと連動したムーンセルの機能停止機能停止したムーンセルは銀河に立ち込める無粋なジャミングを維持できない優勢は我らによってこの太陽系へと招かれるこれこそ3度目の正直というものださあ今こそレガリアを一つにし So by merging the regalia and then destroying it, that's exactly what he wants. The regalia is the only thing that can oppose him and his plan to recall the Umbral Star. The regalia is, I guess in this case, what's keeping the jamming signal up on the moon cell so that the Umbral Star can't find it and wipe out Earth again, or try to. 私でも操作は可能だ。
アルキメデス、決めたぞ。
決めた？何をだ？先ほどから妙なことを口にするが、どうした？サイバーに致命傷でも受けたのか？貴様の機能は破壊と殺戮のみ。他には何もありはしないだろうに。 貴様には選択の権利も思考の必要性もない。ただ破壊することこそ貴様が作られた目的だろう。Hi and goodbye. Wow. 自らのあり方を示すがいい。破壊し、 消滅しろ。優勢から与えられた命をここで使う時だ。
あり方、自らのあり方か。
Yeah, there must have been some communication differences between the model artists and the portrait artists.
セイバー、我が最大の強敵。聞け、アルキメデス。私はレガリアを破壊しない。
ああ、そうか。貴様は人間の真似事がしたいのだな。首相にも対岸を果たす栄誉を私に譲ると。
I hope they don't gender bend certain characters like that. Like Abe no Seimei, why would you make that a girl?
反応的な感情表現、すなわち人間の真似事だ。いいだろう、ならば書き換えだ。それによりレガリア所有者となった私自身がレガリアを破壊する。そうだ、それでこそ最後の幕引きにふさわしい。素晴らしい。惚れ惚れするぞアルテラ。貴様こそ人間を超越した真に美しい作り物。
いや、私はどちらも選ばない。このレガリアは返す。
Well, we know that whatever's happening in Last Encore, a war happened that is very similar to the events of Fate Extra, where he actually fought alongside, I'm guessing it's Umu or a different servant or something, but he went and fought people like Dan Blackmore and whatnot, and after they lost the Grail War, they were somehow resurrected and given their own floors of this new place that he's ascending with Umu. And I'm assuming he somehow lost the fight against Twice H. Peaceman, who's chilling at the top at the end of it all, or whatnot, but now he's like redoing it all again, and I'm not sure why. I don't know what the hell all this hatred he has in him that turns him into like a fucking Super Saiyan cheating piece of shit. I don't know. Seriously? So in Fate, Da Vinci is a man through his legend, but got summoned as a woman? Well, good for him, I guess. Good for her. Good for him. I don't remember that piece of dialogue ever being mentioned, but... Huh. What did you do to me? Oh no, I'm on the ground now. My vision floods with light in an instant, knocking me down. The pressure is intense. Suffering for the sake of suffering, every spiritron in my fragmented body feels like it's being stabbed with a needle, and the pain keeps swelling and swelling. If I were surprised, I would scream in pain as my eyes rolled back. No doubt, but I was ready. I knew Archimedes was about to do something, and I did my best to steel myself for it. I can take it. I've had worse. I'm okay. Besides, I'm just an empty shell that could have disappeared any moment. I've got plenty of room for pain. And Archimedes, wise as he likes to think he is, won't kill me. If he did that, he'd lose me as a hostage. I don't know, they never, you know... Astolfo is not a full-on gender bend, but... yeah. Certainly subverts your expectations. Why a servant would have, like, what, pink hair or whatever the hell? Eternal suffering?
確かに私は貴様を殺さないが、手の施しようのないものへ貴様を変えることは可能だ。セラフにおける正規のプログラムではない。これは優勢の力だ。対象を永久に破壊再生し続けるウイルスプログラム。破壊のために破壊し、破壊のために再生する。
やめろ。
もちろんこちらはいつでもやめる。しかしそれも貴様次第。当然分かっているな。どうするアバター。レガリアを渡せば人質は解放。
Well, I'll have to do all that research eventually to do a lore. Although Da Vinci's such a side character right now, I don't know about her her journey through the actual Chaldea system, like how I could spell an arc for her, I suppose. One of the disappointments for me about Last Encore is none of the fighting seems all that dramatic. The fights are all really anticlimactic. Francis Drake, that wasn't particularly, you know, you never felt anything was, you felt that was eventually just going to happen. There's no tension. And the whole Robin Hood thing was extremely sad. As in, pathetic, I guess. You can't do that, Altera. If you hand it over to Archimedes, you won't ever get your wish. Oh, I know. Astolfo is 100% man. Even how he identifies and everything, but he just happens to like expressing himself through that, you know, kind of clothing. I bet you someone out there would be really upset because Astolfo is a character who literally has no reason. He is a, you know, reckless person. That's part of his lore, his legend. And the only time he ever had reason was when he went to the moon and got it. It was literally in a bottle. He got a bottle of reason, and he lost it. Hey, Gilga! That's satisfying. Of course, Archimedes couldn't stand up against Gilga. All you have to do is convince Gilgamesh somehow to be on your side. And you're pretty well set. He'll take care of everything. You know, I always think of Astolfo as someone who I'd love to be friends with. He's so happy and fun and optimistic, but he also seems like a wild animal. Because there's like a part where they have him hanging out at the safe house with Sieg. In the light novel, they don't have this in the anime. But just hanging out in the same house for a while was too much. Astolfo got so bored, he was like hanging off of like the chandeliers and jumping on the bed and doing all this stuff, that the fact that he literally broke most of the safe house playing around with it because he just couldn't chill out. He's someone who needs like, yeah, he's crazy.
そこはそれ王の遊び心というやつよ。貴様には足りない唯一にして最大の美点と知れ。
英雄王。
But yeah, I would say Fate Extra's Gilgamesh is a lot more reasonable than Fate Stay Night's Gilgamesh, because if this were Fate Stay Night's Gilgamesh, I feel like he would find out that other people had the regalia and start his own war just single-handedly to defeat everyone and take the regalia for himself because it should be his. It's like, the regalia is already mine. You know, I could totally see that. Really? I love the way that Astolfo hung in there throughout. For you to get rid of Astolfo early would be like, let's kill off Rin Tosaka. You know, that's how bad it sounds to me. If they did that, I would not be a happy person. I'd expected to get out of that one way or another, but Gilgamesh, I didn't see him coming. Regardless, what can I say but thank you, King of Heroes? I literally love how, and I guess I'm maybe using the word literally because it's convenient, but I guess I genuinely do because I'm an atheist, but I love how there's a lot of atheistic tones in Fate Stay Night. Even characters like Jean, who claim that they're praying for God's lamentations and going on a journey to aid God. The messages she's receiving are actually from the planet itself. The closest thing they have to a Christian God, I suppose, in Fate Stay Night would be just the planet itself, and that does not doesn't follow any of the biblical rulings and whatnot. What do you call a moment like this? I hadn't expected her to say that. But it seems like a good time to tell her I understand. Not just her feelings, I mean, but the King of Heroes' feelings, too. It's quite a rush, turning the tables on the enemy at the last minute, and then taunting him like that. What now, Archimedes? You're outnumbered 2-1. Feel the power of servant and her master. That better say Bay. It's more so that I think of all the different world religions and legends and myths, Christians would flip the fuck out if people started saying, oh, Jesus Christ is a myth. It was a legend. So I wouldn't necessarily call it atheistic, but more so they just don't want to tread that territory. Who the fuck throws a stick at a servant? I wish Archimedes' face on his model matched the face of his portrait right there. Oh, I get to fight him? Do I get to fight him? Okay. There's only 2 more fights left.
私に力を。あの男の思い通りにはさせない。
Yeah, Amakusa and his brohas were all Catholic. And because of that, they were persecuted, oppressed. Spartacus, I guess, did well to take his side, I suppose. Where'd he go? Oh, hey. Hey, bitch! Well, you can call her a bitch, but I still love her. Tosaka is bae. Chimauna! I don't have time to put up with your bullshit. Oh, you're trying to Noble Phantasm? I've never seen his Noble. Actually, I might have seen his Noble Phantasm just once. Too bad you're not gonna live long enough. Woohoo! Well, Spartacus doesn't do anything of that sort, though. He's just like, kill the oppressors. And that's pretty much the extent of his entire character. What the fuck is happening outside? Oh, no, that was the in-game audio. That's crazy. Yeah, go fuck off. Nobody likes you. You're a loser. The battle is over. It was intense, but needless to say, we won. Altera defeated the Apostle of the Umbral Star. That's incredible. I'll tell Altera what I've been thinking. I don't think I need to keep it to myself anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have in the first place. Bitch, I love you! First, let's restore the regalia. I know that's what the Umbral Star wanted, but from there, I'll use the royal authority to free Altera from the star's hold on her. There must be a way to do that. Somewhere in the Moon Cell's endless library, there has to be enough information to tell us how. Well, in Apocrypha, while he's not very reasonable, Spartacus does actually talk. Quite a bit. He's just got a one-track mind. You know, I always thought that Altera's outfit was the same as what I'm staring at right now, but I guess not. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's weird, because, yeah, he speaks actual lines in Apocrypha quite a bit. There's even a funny part where Astolfo's imprisoned after helping Sieg escape. And Astolfo's hanging out, he's like, I'm lonely. I mean, I do have him, but he won't talk much. And he's like, hey, how are you doing, Spartacus? And he's like, I don't want to talk to you, pretty much. But I guess I'm doing fine if you have to ask. What? No, that's not what I was talking about at all. I suppose we could stop Velber by sealing off its vessel, but that would mean isolating Altera for all eternity. And that would defeat the purpose.
Yeah. 意味はある。私を自由にする方法を探るのはいいが、そうしているうちに
Catch you later.
私は新たな指令を受けてお前を壊してしまうかもしれない。
Well, yeah, Ku's outfit and Medusa's are very different.
アルキメデスは優勢に組みしたものだが、優勢自身ではない。だから戦うこともできた。だが優勢から指令が下ってしまえば、私は私を止める術を持たない。きっとお前を壊す。壊してしまう。
Spartacus the Tsundere. he just assumes that because Astolfo is, at least during his time, royalty, he doesn't want to talk to him because he imagines he's an oppressor. So that's why she has to lock herself away forever? She looks like she's resigned to that fate. But is that right? Even now that we have the whole regalia? Even after all we fought all the way here together? Oh, even after we fought all the way here together?
一緒。うん。一緒か。私はとっくに目的を見失っていた。お前が欲しいのか、月を壊したいのか、それすら分からず、ここまで来てしまった。もうレガリアは揃った。アルキメデスは消え失せたとしても、優勢は破壊を私に求めるだろう。時間切れの結末にはこれがふさわしい。
Okay, the sun's gone down. I need to turn on the lights. I can't see, or rather I'm staring at the bright screen and hurting my eyes. That's better.
お前自身もきっと修復される。精神と魂が戻れば正しい形に戻る。私と出会う前の
So good news for anyone who lives in Colorado or has any intention of going to Colorado Anime Fest, which is at the end of March. I'm going to have a panel in it called Fate Lore, The Ridiculous Tale of Camelot, which will be a kind of pseudo-puppet show in which I comedically talk about the whole round table business and all the servants around that, mostly focusing on Artoria, obviously. Once I get more details, I'll definitely be putting that in the community tab of the channel. She thinks my emotions don't mean anything. She wants to see me restored, and maybe that would be best. Fuse the regalia, become who I really am again, and then save the world like a hero. I'm sure everyone would love to see that happen. Happen? Every civilization on Earth. Every good civilization. Every NPC and AI on Seraph. But, there's no room in that picture for her.
そうだな。それでいい。私はもう十分にもらったから。いい加減解放してやろう。お前は私の虜だったが、お前はもう。
I make a couple references to Monty Python because, of course, it's just amazing.
喜べ。自由だ。これほど身のある報酬もないだろう。私は剣以外に何もないから、これがお前にしてやれる唯一の。Cats come and go when they feel like it. 本体も目覚めていれば同じ選択をする。
If anime conventions would pay me to visit them, or if I got paid enough period to travel, which I don't at all, then I would definitely visit other cons. But since this is my very first panel, I've never done it before, so it's It's an opportunity to figure things out. The Rock in the role of Artoria. No! No! No Rock. I've given up everything else to come this far with you. And not because I was your prisoner, but because I believed in you. Not my first con, my first panel, I don't know if I said that. I defeated Castor without knowing her name. I defeated Saber without knowing her name. We vanquished one servant after another, knowing full well that we were acting against Seraph, and that it was something Sarah Ezekiah would never do. And I did it all so that you could be free. I don't want to destroy anything, but more than that, I don't want to leave you alone. Because of what you said, that you want to feel your feet on the ground, that you want to live and to leave something behind. I won't ever forget those words. Even now, I can still hear your voice inside me, like an echo in this hollow body of mine. And for all that emptiness, I'm staking my one sliver of hope on your future, our future. That's even worse! No Rock! No Rock! I don't get why he's being literally hired for every kids movie that exists almost nowadays. When does... Okay, I'm gonna let him have his little hissy fit. When does Jalter come out? Because right now I have, like, very few tickets and courts. Archimedes, I thought you were dead. Damn it, he's still alive. Even though his mana was gone without a trace, how can he still move? I'm pulling a Kirito! Ah! If I will to live, I shall. Can you smell what Kintoki's cooking? You love Archimedes' determination? It's beautiful. He is one insanely persistent bad guy. Oh, we're back to droopy alien tits here. Oh boy. It's some kind of massive creature. Its mana is off the charts to a point that shouldn't be possible on either Earth or the Moon. It's not a heroic spirit, and it's not an enemy program. There's no record of this creature, not in history or mythology. If I tried to comprehend it all at once, I'd go insane! When I did start to recognize its human features, when it first appeared, oh, when did you? When I started to demolish the cavern, or when it swung those twin red lights toward me? Yes, it must have been those glittering eyes. The same color eyes as hers. That is a weird-looking mouth. Its screams tear through space itself. Not the scream of a human or a heroic spirit. No, it's the scream of a god-slaying menace. It's calling out, beckoning the Umbral star from the depths of space to come and feed. But in parallel with that, I hear what almost sounds like a wail. Not that wail, you ass! A curse against its unavoidable destiny. A curse on itself. A curse on everything. The scream brings down what was once the cavern. All the Zero Dark quakes in the creature's presence. It is indeed the White Titan, the one who destroyed everything all those aeons ago. Are sex jokes okay on this channel? I would imagine so. I certainly don't hold myself back. If I ever hesitate, it's just because I don't want to be demonetized. If only actual Satan were here, he would save us. She tries to, like, grab at you, but she's got these big gaping holes in her hands. That could be problematic. Like, she drops shit, they keep falling through it. She's glaring at me. Is she targeting the regalia? No, that's not it. I unfortunately understand that those eyes see nothing. She doesn't want the regalia. She doesn't want anything but to smash everything in sight. But those giant orbs of light are still her eyes. She's gazing out at the world she must destroy. The White Titan lets out a roar as she stands even higher. She reaches out toward me with her right hand. She's nothing like Altera now. I've never witnessed this from her firsthand. Her presence resonates through every inch of my body. This is who she's become. The very creature who forced the moon cell and the earth to the brink of destruction. Sephar herself. She's rushing at me now. She's coming. She's here! In a flash, her form fills my vision. It's caught so many other masters this way. The moon cell recorded their final moments. I see those moments now. Through the regalia, I see exactly how I'll die. I can't fight. I can't escape. I can't even beg. My mind races. If I'd ever had a life, it would flash before my eyes right now. Maybe that's why I can still face the end head-on, because I have so little to lose. I'm just a second or third-rate wizard, without even any spells to defend myself. What about codecasts? So is this it? She's just going to crush me? Without any last words from either of us? No, that's not right. I formed a contract with you. My name is Sarah Ezekiah, and I am your prisoner. The two of us have nothing but each other. The real Altera wouldn't want it to end this way. She wouldn't hurt me. I know that because I've seen her kindness, and I also know how scary she can be. But most of all, I know what she really wants. To leave something behind. Don't go down this path. You can leave behind more than regret and despair. The Great King of Destruction, Killing Machine, those titles don't suit you. Because only one name ever did. Altera! I shout that name out from the heart.
いそう口にしてしまった。すでに主従の契約は意味をなさないものだが、お前が私を呼ぶ以上、私はまだお前のサーバントだ。だからどうか命じてほしい。あの私はもう手遅れだ。セファールとして起動した以上、アルテラとしての記憶や経験は消し飛んでいる。それはもう私にしか残っていない。どうしようもなく違ってしまっている。アルテラをこの形で夢見てくれた。アルテラでは
Yes, Sephar is just constantly swearing. No. No, I can't do that. I'm not doubting her words. If she says Titan Altera is gone, I'll believe her. But even so, I can't. Regardless of how much she's changed, even if she is just a machine now, she's still Altera's mainframe, her source. The root of Altera's being, and... what would happen to Altera without her? Would Altera be safe? No, if she exists like a dream, she'd disappear, wouldn't she? I can't allow that. I won't. There has to be some 1 in a million chance of separating Altera from the White Titan without hurting her. There has to be. The Regalia must know something.
あるのなら当然試している。そんなものはない。ないんだ。いいか。こうなればもう私たちの前には2つの道しかない。戦って世界を守るか、戦わず世界を失うか。私はさっきから心を丸裸にしているからこう言ってしまうぞ。どうか頼む。もう二度と私に全てを破壊させないでくれ。あんなものはもう嫌なんだ。
I might put another vote up to see what people want me to stream in general, because, I'll do extra stories, the side stories by request for whoever wants them. And thankfully they're a lot more bearable in terms of the sheer amount of dialogue. Whoops. Ari-chan's home. I can tell because my dog is like a puppy sonar with that.
勢いで行動するものではないな。では頼む。これはお前の手でつけてもらわないと嬉しくない。
I do recall that, yes. Woohoo! Yes. Oh, it's so much better this time.
あの時だって言葉にできないほど嬉しかったけど、今は本当に夢を見ている気持ちです。
Yay, Air-chan! I only say that because, yeah. Ari-chan. Certain that this is the final battle, I put the regalia... What? I put on the regalia on Altera's finger. You fucked up, man! I might be the last one to notice, but that white veil really does make her look like a blissful bride. Marry me, Altera, for we will ravage the lands together. Well, Ku Cullen in Fate Extra was supposed to be Reen's servant, so I wonder what the hell she's doing now. If it's like anything else, every servant seems to hang around for like 2 episodes and then they die. Shimona! Ow! Oh shit, you were so quiet, I didn't even notice you send out your attack. Oh gosh. Bring it. Bring it. Okay, no, you cannot block that. I should have known better. I don't have Moondrive. Actually, I can force Moondrive. Haha! Eat that, you son of a bitch. Gotcha! Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Nice, I got all that in. Bring it. Come to daddy. Boom! Dun 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 dun. I ain't smug. I ain't smug. I totally ain't smug. Come on, Altera. Oh shit. You weren't supposed to dodge that. Shit. Come on, bring your fists together, bro. Shit, really? Come on. Altera, aw. Hey, let me move. I have the power! Yeah, you always gotta remember that you can't kill her all in one fell swoop anyway. She's just gonna destroy half the arena. Man, I love this game. It's a fun beat 'em up with Fate Stay Night and Fate Extra and all that jazz. They could obviously improve upon parts, but if you like any Musou games, then absolutely you'll like this one. What is she doing? Oh no, it's ice! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Just pulling her Kamehameha nonsense here. Oh! As long as you stay moving, I don't think this thing can hit you. How many times are you gonna do this? Come on now. Oh, okay, so the ice chases you. I should have known better. Come on, do something with your fist, yo. You're gonna die, clown! I guess Ari-chan isn't home yet. My dog just got a false alarm. Oh, you're sending out extra little rings of bullshit now. I see. I see how it is. Shimona. Shimona, hey, hey. I like how all these soldiers are just doing jack shit. They suck real bad. They suck something awful. There you go. Fist me! Fist me! That's not what I meant. Oh gosh. I forgot she bitch slaps multiple times on that one. That is definitely her most powerful attack. Dun 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 dun. Oh shit, you didn't die from that? Okay, I think that did the trick. I stopped to read your all's comments. Woohoo! Yay! EX, bitch! Ha! The image overlaps a memory from the ancient past. A great destroyer felled by a godly sword. Though no story ever recorded that strike, it echoes back now from the long-stretching shadows of time. Just as it did then, that strike saves the world. It protects all lives, all humanity. And at the same time, it marks the end of her. Aww. It would be fun to run around and ravage. You know, I'd always be happy. I would love anything with Shiki in it. And Archimedes would be pretty cool if she could run around and claw the shit out of things. She begins to crumble. Her digital form, her body, mind, and soul all fall apart. Everything she is, it all breaks and falls away, destroyed, decomposing into raw materials as it rains down around us. Not as an avalanche, but as a flood of tears. Her tears overflowing without end. That's my mainframe for you. Such a line.
おかげで私も楽になった。こちらの私は口下手だからな。少しほっとした。
Although I think Ryder Astolfo is probably still more appropriate than Saber Astolfo. Not that he can't be, but... You know, him and his hippogriff, his dream of flying to the moon. All that stuff. Because even as a Saber, it's not like he's going to be known for being particularly strong amongst the other paladins of Charlemagne. As the rain of tears drenches us both, she looks at me. Her crimson-colored eyes glitter like gems and burn like stars. Kind eyes, beautiful eyes. I remember how I felt when we first met. And in those eyes, I see that same wish again, the wish of a goddess to leave something good behind. I try to say something, but nothing comes out. My heart, throat, lips, tongue, everything's frozen in me. I have to say something, but I can't. So at the very least, I'll look back at her, back into her eyes, and I'll listen. Such a beautiful picture.
楽しかった。コードキャストの一つも使ってくれずに、ただ指輪に収めているだけの頃からな。
I don't want Archimedes, although they already made all his assets, so it makes sense that he'd show up again. And he's the fucking bad guy.
千と数百年前の地上にいた頃のと言っても実感はないが、アッティラとして剣を振るった時にも、私を大王と報じる者はあっても、私に寄り添うという。
Bitch, you's crazy. You lucky I stick with you. Pretty much.
なんだかんだと言いながらも寄り添ってここまで共にいてくれた。きっと今の戦いに敗北していたとしても、お前最後まで私に寄り添ってくれただろう。
Of course. Maybe she knows I can't speak. Everything she's saying. She already understands the answers. Even if we'd lost to the White Titan, crushed as we might have been, I'd have stayed. I wouldn't panic or run. I would always, always be on her side, no matter what.
よかった。ああ、いいな。こんな答え合わせは好きだ。だがな、楽しいばかりでもなかったぞ。楽しかったが、それ以上に怖くもあった。正直なところ、私はひどく臆病者なんだ。お前にその言うぞ。言おう。ああ、言ってしまう。
I love you. Oh,
嫌わ
no.
れたくなかったんだ。
Hate you? Me, Sarah Ezekiah, hate you?
愛
There's Ari-san. Hello. She went shopping again. Got some gross. Because it's the last day of the month, isn't it? Look, I gotta do finances. Son of a bitch.
Welcome to adulthood.
Why do I have to be an adult?
I don't want to adult today.
気を抜くとすぐに泣いてしまいそうだった。嫌われたくなかった。それに別れる日が来るのも嫌だった。そうだ。やはり一言で表現するなら怖かった。
It is a beautiful moment.
私は怖かった。毎日。いいや。7時間ごと。恐ろしくて仕方なかった。いつこの夢が覚めてしまうのか。
Miku says hello.
Hello!
She always said that on the battlefield. When will I awaken from this dream? I thought she meant the dream was boring or unpleasant, but I was wrong. She thought our time together was like a good dream, too good to be true, ready to end at any moment. How could this be? Sure, she could have said everything sooner, but I should have noticed it first. If only I had noticed. I could have told her she didn't have to worry. I could have made the little time she had that much happier. Maybe she wouldn't have believed me, but I could have done something. If you're gonna learn anything from Violet Evergarden, it's to tell the truth the first time.
God damn it.
そんな顔をするな。いいんだ。もう終わった話だぞ。これで夢は終わり。何も悲しくもないし、失っていない。だって、すべては幻の借り物の夢だったのだから。
No, that you're wrong about, Altera. This dream wasn't borrowed.
なんだ、突然話したと思ったら、そんなに悲しい顔をして、やめてくれ。最後なんだ。どうせならお前も、もっと。
You should have sat over here, so that she doesn't follow you.
Oh, no, she... Well, there's another room over there.
I want you to take responsibility, though. No, let me say this. Illusions, borrowed dreams, that's absolutely wrong. And this is coming from someone on borrowed time. I don't have a mind or a soul. The person you know here is a walking accident. And before too long, my original self is going to overwrite me, one way or another. But I'm still real. No matter how long I last, my heart has been beating this whole time, and that's the truth. And that's how I know you're wrong. You're wrong, Lucia. Even if I am an illusion, or if my life is borrowed, or if I'm going to disappear, like all these tears all around us. This dream of ours is real. It comes from those precious moments we both experienced. Even now, while you're holding back those tears. We both know you and I had a wish together. And no one could ever deny it.
すぐに消えるとしても、それは本物の願いだと。
Yeah, yeah, you watch Giguk.
お前もそういうのか。
It's a wonderful show. It truly is. I love it. Yes, what goes away still has meaning, Altera. God, you're beautiful. And that's why it's so important to believe in what you feel. We walked together. We laughed together. We trusted each other. All of that was real. And it wasn't... Oh, and it wasn't because I happened to be some random fluke of a person. No matter who I was, no matter how we met, I would still have liked you.
そうか。そうだな。私もきっと同じだ。 今まであそこで見てきたどんな夢よりも輝かしい夢だった。
Everyone's making noises. The cat, the dog, the wife.
お前に寄り添
I'm
って
kidding.
お前と戦って、世界の誰に見せてもいいほどの夢だ。一目惚れだったんだ。そんな相手と過ごせた日々は最高の夢だろう。あ、言ってしまったな。
Oh, oh, you love me. Ah.
そうだ、
Duh.
一目惚れだとも。巨大な私を
Why would I ever hurt a waifu?
接して名を呼んでくれたお前に、人間として見るのではなく、ありのままにごまかさずに扱ってくれた。すっかり虜になってしまった。白状するが、
So sad and sweet.
私
Ugh.
本当にいい夢だった。これが本物の夢なら何も言うことはない。
The ending to Altera's route is very long.
もう少しでもこうしていたいけれど、
But for good reason.
もう日が沈んできたようだ。旅はここで終わり。今まで暗い夜を待ち続けたけど、それに足るぐらい輝かしいものを見ました。私を私のまま受け止めてくれてありがとう。さようなら、私のマスター。夜が続いてもあなたに道が続きますように。
Or Darth Vader style. No! Alright. Goodbye, Altera. Take a rest from your journey, for now. The Regalia, the oldest, most powerful artifact in the solar system. The only one of its kind. When I put it on, it feels like everything becomes one. If I keep it on much longer, the mind and soul will fuse with this body, and the Sarah Ezekiah I know myself to be will blow away like powdered snow. So I have to hurry. My time is almost here. The moment I split, this body's fate was sealed. But Altera is different. Her ending can still change. I push all my remaining intellect to its limits. Even as my spirituous divide, as my spiritrons divide and recombine, even as my awareness starts to waver, I focus as hard as I can. Hurry, hurry. I just need to gather enough information. About what? About Archimedes' final words. He said he could slide to a different route. That had to mean something. Evil as he is, he wouldn't just spout nonsense. I don't know about that. He believes in his convictions and himself. He'd never say anything provably wrong. So there must be more to it. Through the Regalia, I access the moon cell. Amongst the sea of near infinite information, I search and search. Exabytes of information fly through me in the blink of an eye. Slide, there it is. That's what he said. There's too much information flowing in, and I can barely think as it is. If I were an elite wizard, I would be able to comprehend it all in a second. But I'm not. And I don't have any time to spare. That's why I have to comprehend it now, even if I only get the gist of it. I need the SparkNotes version, now. I try to use the Regalia to organize and simplify what I'm reading. Put that way, even I can understand. Sliding, the act of self-transportation into a parallel world. Other possible worlds exist, with many tiny differences, others unrecognizable. And there is a way to move between them. Now that I think about it, it sounds almost like a story I seem to recall from somewhere. In the physical world, sliding is impossible. But this body of mine isn't physical, and the moon cell is specifically calibrated for quantum calculations. And Seraph itself draws inspiration from the real world. Not just this real world, but other possible worlds too. It operates on the principle that worlds A and B can share values. Related to that, parallel worlds apparently have lifespans and limits. Even the moon cell can't calculate an infinite number of possible worlds forever. So if you collate all the possibilities, their arrangement will look like branches stemming from a main central trunk. And then there's this quantum time lock bullshit, which effectively acts as a save point, stops new branches before they start, and sets that world down one single path. Which means that before a quantum time lock goes off, there are other possibilities. And according to the regalia, for as long as these possibilities are open, it's impossible to slide between them. Oh, it's not impossible to slide between them. Double negatives. Right now, this world is between quantum time locks. The last one took place about a month ago, when Archimedes and I first entered the Zero Dark. I can probably slide to another world, with a different ending, this very second. But no, that might not work. Altera's self-destruction was the result of a long chain of events, and the last quantum time lock took place after those events began. No matter where I go, she's probably already gone in every other world by now. So sliding to a different present wouldn't help. Can I slide to a different past? Sliding into another world's present is apparently pretty easy, once you know, which I do know now. But sliding into another world's past is something else entirely. It puts intense stress on the digital information that makes up what's left of me. Basically, I don't think I'd get there intact. It's like the difference between trying to swim across a major river and trying to swim upstream in it. The moon cell's pseudo-spiritrons weren't exactly designed for time travel after all. In other words, I'll die. This body would be crushed. I'd love to dash in bravely, save my past self from being fooled by Archimedes, reveal his true intentions, and sweep Altera off her feet. But I can't. Even so, maybe I can send a message. Maybe my body can't make it. But I'll bet my memories can. Perhaps I can send a D-mail. If the moon cell has collected... Perhaps I can reach the Steins Gate world line. If the moon cell has collected and stored all my memories up until now, then I should be able to deliver them. The regalia tells me that it's doable, that it's the best I can hope to do, and that it might just set off a new chain of events. The few seconds it took me to research that plan felt like an eternity in hindsight. But now I have a goal, a plan, and no time for second thoughts. Biting down my last regrets, I activate the regalia. I, Sarah Ezekiah, hereby make my final statement. I had a choice in those few seconds. Research how to save her, or research how to save myself. I made the right decision. No looking back, I came here to do one thing. Save the girl who saved the world. I refuse to accept this ending. I will find a way, Lucia. And I have no fear of what comes next, because I'm no longer empty. Where there used to be hollow doubt, there's now only resolve. My destination is, yes, the past parallel world that Archimedes, that little son of a bitch, ran off to. The time will be right after the previous quantum time lock, the moment when the regalia was split into 3. I'll send this body's memories to the Sarah Ezekiah who inhabits that world. I can't send every memory, but just a fragment may be enough. No matter which world it is, I'm still Sarah Ezekiah, armed with my memories. I'm sure she can make all the difference. It's still too early to say goodbye, Altera. I'm still dreaming of your future. You who saved the world and disappeared, leaving only your smile behind. The journey's not over. At least yours isn't. You still have your dream where you run into those fields. In those fields, not into them. I won't let anyone hurt you ever again. Hoo boy! Ain't that crazy? Isn't that just insane? Sorry, that was a bunch of reading. I knew it was coming. So let me read up on what you guys were saying. Talking about Cuchulainn. Going back up. Why is it that the flat chest always dies? Yes, Fate is using multiverse logic. Indeed. To be continued. When am I going to play SAO? Again, you mean? I'm gonna have to do a vote once I finish Extella and see what everyone wants me to play. Because I'm not doing a full story walkthrough of that game. I don't even care about the story of Sword Art Online. I just like the gameplay.
That's not true.
Of this game.
There you go.
Sword Art Online is alright, but I don't take its story too seriously. Yes, Cuchulainn killed his own father, or his own son, and didn't realize it because... yeah. He told his son not to tell people his name, which was kind of stupid in hindsight. Karna wasn't really distracted by the chariot. It was a curse that made his wheel get stuck in the mud, and he was trying to get it out, because at that moment he had lost all memory of his martial arts, so it's not like he could dodge the bullet, not the bullet, the arrow, and fight back. Okay, so there we go. Thank you all for tuning in. We are going to do next week, probably the same time, which would be Wednesday, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, MST. We will be doing the first part of the final epilogue arc, I guess it would be. No, it's just the true arc, the true ending. And it's definitely my favorite, so that's going to be exciting. But right now, my ass is going to get right back to work on doing the lore of Fate Apocrypha, which is going to be a big 3-episode thing. I've got details on my con panel that's coming up next month. That'll be really cool. That's eventually going to get recorded and put onto YouTube in some form. If I can't do the live recording, I'm certainly going to make a more polished version, I suppose, to upload. But yes, definitely look forward to that. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and more holy waifu wars. And I know it's been a while since I've done one of those, but that's because, again, this Apocrypha thing is big. And I want to make it very good for all of you. So, do look forward to it. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.